All right, I'm just going to go ahead and start with lecture 5. I'm not going to say, hey, boys and girls. I just did. Sorry. It is what it is. Today we're going to talk about rotations on the coordinate plane. 180 degrees about the origin. Okay, I'm only going to focus on one type of rotation in this video. Tomorrow's video will be rotation on a different degree. Okay, so let's look at an example here. Point A is -2, 1, and I got it on the XY axis. We're going to rotate it 180 degrees. Now, something I want to point out with the 180 degrees is you can rotate 180 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise. It's going to take you to the same spot. So if someone says rotate clockwise, you could actually rotate counterclockwise and it'd be the same thing. Now, it's all about the point, guys. Alright? All you have to do when you're rotating 180 degrees, doesn't matter which direction you go, it's going to be in the same spot, is you got to do something with the X and Y coordinates. Okay? So let's talk about that real quick. You don't have to do anything extravagant except for one thing. You change the sign in front of the X and the Y. Okay? So if I look at my X coordinate on point A, and I'm wanting my new point A to be rotated 180 degrees, you got to think, what's the opposite of -2? Okay, that's what this says right here. What's the opposite of negative, or what's the opposite of X that you have? The opposite of -2 is +2. Okay? Yeah. Now, same thing with Y. What's the opposite of +1 here? -1. So I could literally plot that point now to -1 and it'd be a perfect 180 degree rotation. And that's it. Okay? Now we're going to be doing this with shapes. I'm going to go ahead and kind of scoot everything over here while I'm talking. This is 2, -1. So that's a perfect 180 degree rotation around the origin here. Alright? You got to just be able to move the points. That's the number one rule in transformations. Learn the rules. Okay? 180 degrees is the opposite of the X and the opposite of the Y. You just change the sign. Okay? Let's look at example 2 here. We have a triangle. I don't know if it's cute or obtuse, right off the top of my head. But we're going to rotate it 180 degrees about the origin. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and figure out these points. Okay, I want to know what my A prime and B prime and C prime are. Okay, and we can do that just by changing the signs. Because what's the rule in 180 degree rotation? Opposite X, opposite Y. Okay? Don't try to move the shape. A lot of people try to move the whole shape at once, and they usually get it wrong. Let's check this out here. Opposite of this X on point A is -3. Opposite of 1 is -1. And once you change the point, go ahead and plot them. So -3, -1, here's my point A, almost in the way. Hey, what do I say? Never mind. Anyway, rhymed again. Let's go to B prime. Opposite of 4 is -4. 0 is kind of one of those anomalies that really don't mean anything. Opposite of 0 is 0. Okay? There is no such thing as -0. Now I can plot that point, -4, 0. Oops. There's my B prime. Okay? Now, I could have put that a little closer. let's go to C now. Opposite of 1, -1. Okay. Opposite of the y here, opposite of -1 is +1. So I just need to plot that point. So I'm going to go -1. Always start at the origin, just like plotting points here. We'll go -1, 1. And there's my C prime. Okay. Now, once you get all the points plotted, we can go ahead and connect the dots and see that we transformed, we rotated the triangle perfectly 180 degrees about the origin. All right. It is what it is. Go Bucks.